Hey everybody, Chad here. Welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm taking over the channel today to bring you guys the first installment of a multi-installment process that we're doing here. We're actually redoing our master bedroom. So with that, today we're de-popcorning the ceiling. If you look up there, we've got popcorn ceilings. This house was built in the 80s. We bought it about 4 years ago, and it's one of the things we've wanted to do since we moved in, but we've just been trying to prioritize all of our projects. As you guys have seen on here, we've done a lot. If you go back to our fixer-upper video and watch that, we show you some before pictures and some after pictures, but we've got a lot more to do. And so we haven't even really touched this master bedroom. About a year after we moved in, maybe, we painted it, and that's all we've done. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and take off the popcorn ceilings. This is actually Skye's birthday present. She wanted the master bedroom done. So we're gonna take off the popcorn ceilings. We're also gonna shiplap this back wall, and then we're gonna paint the entire room. We got some new furniture to go in here, some new decor, so you guys will get to see kind of all of that come together over the next couple of videos. We're also gonna do a new ceiling fan. We had a nice 1980s ceiling fan in here, so that has come down. I just took that out today. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what we need to de-popcorn these ceilings. Let's get started. So I've went ahead, I've already taped off the bedroom and moved everything out that I could move out. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the bed in here and also the dresser that's in here. That thing is solid wood and weighs a ton, and so I'm not moving that out of here. So I just kind of moved it a little bit into the center of the room. I've taped off the floors. This is a really messy process. So as I scrape these ceilings and all that popcorn falls down, it's gonna make a huge mess in here. So we wanted to cover up the carpet, even though we want to get rid of this carpet at some point. We don't want to clean up the mess as it gets ground into the carpet. So I went ahead and tarped all of this off. I'll show you guys the tools that we need really quick. It's a really simple process. It's just messy. It's time consuming, but it's a very simple process. Ultimately very cheap as well. Doesn't take a lot to do this project. So real quick, I'll show you guys. First and foremost, I've got mask and glasses here. As you're scraping this off and you're looking up here, definitely don't want to get it down in my eyes or breathe that in. So I've got a mask and glasses. Then I've also got just a little weed sprayer. This is brand new. We actually have one that is for weeds, and I did not use it just because I don't want those chemicals in our bedroom. But this is a brand new little weed sprayer, just a little 1 gallon. But I filled it up with water. I'm also gonna add a little bit of dish soap, not a bunch, just a little bit. And what that does is it actually helps with the water not evaporating quite as quickly. So I'm actually gonna spray this water onto the popcorn ceiling in little, like maybe 5-foot sections or so. Get it wet. You don't want to saturate it, but you definitely want to get a good coat on there, and it starts to loosen that up, makes it really easy to scrape. You guys will get to see that here in a moment. That soap is really important in helping with that, just so it doesn't quite evaporate as quickly. And then next, I've got just a little 6-inch drywall knife here. You can use bigger. I'm afraid that if I go with the 12-inch, that as I go, I'll end up getting kind of nicks in the drywall up on the top of the ceiling there, and I don't want to have to go through and patch a bunch. Like, I've got more control with the 6-inch than I do with a longer one, a 12-inch. So I'm gonna go through with the 6-inch. You can also buy tools for taking down the popcorn ceiling, and it's got a blade on it, and even ones where you can put a little bag that kind of tries to catch some of that. You can use them. There are good reviews out there and bad reviews out there. I'm gonna go tried and true, just doing it by hand, and then cleaning up the mess afterwards. So let's go ahead and get started. So I just sprayed the first little section. I'm gonna let it sit for a couple of minutes, let it soak in before I get to scraping. That helps a lot. If you try to go instantly scraping, it hasn't really soaked in, gotten through there, and made it easy enough to scrape off yet. So save yourself the trouble. Go ahead and let it sit for a couple minutes, 2, 3, 5 minutes, and then come back to it. Alright, so now we've removed all the popcorn ceiling in here. and I've gone ahead and patched all the just nicks that have been in the ceiling or holes for some reason. As I got up there and I was scraping the popcorn ceiling, there were some staples in the ceiling, there were some nails in the ceiling that were pulled out, or that I pulled out, and went ahead and patched all of that. I'm gonna go over this another day with a little bit of sandpaper, so you can get a drywall sander actually on a stick or a pole and go through, kind of sand it all down and make sure it's smooth. Then I'll wipe it down, and we're gonna actually paint the ceiling and the walls all the same color, and we'll do that next weekend, I guess. So those of you that are sitting on the edge of your seats wondering what color we've chosen for this bedroom, this is gonna come as a huge shock to you guys. You know Skye, you know her design style. She really went outside the box for this one. She chose white. So big shocker there. We're doing shiplap on the back wall, of course white, but then we're gonna have all of the colors tied in with the decor that's gonna go in here. You'll get to see all of that as it all comes together. But really she wants a light, bright, airy bedroom, which removing the popcorn ceilings and going a little bit lighter with the color in here is gonna make a huge difference. So I got a pole sander here. I'm gonna take this, obviously I've got my protective equipment as well. So glasses so I don't get the joint compound dust in my eyes, and then also a mask. I'm gonna take this pole sander, I'm gonna run across the ceiling. Now that I've scraped all of the popcorn off, I've went back through and mudded over some of the nicks, or there was staples, a couple of staples that were in the drywall. So I went ahead and mudded over all that. Now that it's dried, I'm going to sand it all down, make sure I get a nice smooth finish, and get this ceiling ready for paint. So I just finished sanding the ceilings and they're almost ready for paint. Next thing I'm gonna do is wipe them down with a towel just to get off all the excess drywall dust that I got from sanding. So once that's done, we're actually gonna move on to another project, which is gonna be part of another video. So you guys are gonna have to stay tuned. We're actually gonna do a shiplap wall next. So we're gonna do an accent wall behind our bed. I'm gonna shiplap just that one wall in the room. And then we're gonna come back through and spray paint the entire room, the walls, the ceiling, all in one fell swoop. And then Skye will come in, get to decorate, put everything back together, and you guys will get to see the finished project once we get the entire master bedroom redone. Stick around, subscribe if you aren't already. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps someone. Don't be afraid to tackle this project. It's messy. It's not all that time consuming, to be honest with you, and it makes such a big difference for those of you that have the popcorn ceilings and live in an 80s house like we do. We're ready to go. Good?
Go.
Okay. Ready?
Yes, no, we're good, it's on.
Okay. So I just finished sanding the ceilings. With this, we wanted to, really redo our room and create a statement piece. Anything better than this bed this way. So we're gonna leave it this way. I hope you guys like it. But the plywood on top of the bed, the ladder, and then all the popcorn ceiling here, I think it's really good. I think Skye's gonna love what I've done with the space.